can you sit around and tell yourself that everything about yourself is bad? Like your face, your body, your hair, your grades in school, who is in your life, your entire existence just isn't good enough. And people always use the excuse of, how can you love yourself if no one else does? And I used to use that, and it was my main excuse for having low confidence, was, oh, no one else likes me, why should I like myself? And then one of my closest friends asked me, how are you supposed to love yourself? How are other people supposed to love you if you don't love yourself? And I thought about that for a really long time, and then I realised that it's just impossible. Like, if someone's talking about a movie with you, and they say, oh, that movie's crap, well, you're not going to go see it, are you? By love yourself, I don't mean thinking that everything you do is perfect. I just mean being happy with who you are and accepting what you're not happy about, instead of being all, depressed about it. Stupid. And if you want to be happy about yourself, you just can. You can decide, I don't like being negative all the time. I want to be happy. And I did that. And ever since then, I've been happy. Everything in my life is perfect. And I love everything about myself. And I wouldn't change anything to please anyone. And that's an amazing feeling, to look in the mirror and not wish for a different reflection. But having self-confidence is the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. One day you can just decide that you're sick of not living up to what other people want you to be, and that you want to be happy. Even though hating yourself is the norm of this society, loving yourself is everything this society needs. You can either resist the trend, or you can conform to the never-ending slump of negativity and self-hate. And hate is a really strong word. To hate yourself is an almost impossible task, but some people do, and that's where I lose hope in humanity. Here's my little life story. When I was little, as a few of you know, I had a brain tumour. What none of you know is that there's a 50% chance it will come back, and it could be like anywhere. I could get a brain tumour, well, the same kind of tumour in my knee. It's completely random. And the surgery lasted for 11 hours, and they told my family that I was probably going to die. So that's kind of scary, being told just a couple of months ago that I almost died. But because of the 50% chance, I have to go back to the hospital 2 to 3 times a year for an MRI, just to make sure it's not coming back. And last time they found an unknown shadow in the centre of my brain, so that's not the best thing. But when I was writing this, I asked myself, what if I die? Because I didn't know what to write about. I was just going to write about, dying stuff. And I sat there and thought about it, and what? I sat there and thought about it, what if I lose my own life? And I got really scared. It's not the best thing to think about, what if I die? And it actually having be a possibility. And then I started thinking about people who are suicidal. I thought, well, they don't care about their lives. They don't get nervous when they think about dying. They don't get scared or worry about their friends, the things they're never going to do with their life. And that's really sad, to not care about any part of your existence. In Australia, every 4 hours, someone kills themselves, and that's 6 people per day. For every one of those actual suicides, 30 people attempt suicide. That's 180 people per day. And when I think about or wonder how many people I've met or crossed in my life who have committed suicide, I don't even want to know the answer, because I know it would be far too high. What people don't seem to understand is that depression's next step is never suicide, or at least it never should be. So why does it always have to be an issue in our society? The thing is that you can change your whole look on life. Everything you do, how you see people, and yet people don't. You can make yourself happy, and they just let depression surround them. They don't do anything to break down the walls that surround them. But you can choose how you feel, and yet people don't. The key to having confidence and being happy is to simply not care. It's really easy to. One day you can just say, I don't care, and it'll be the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. Another thing is to rely on no one for your happiness but yourself. Don't wait for someone else to make you happy. let someone else tell you how to be happy, and don't let other people tell you when and when you can't be happy. Do it for yourself. Don't tie your happiness to things, people, events, nothing but your own success and your own hopes and dreams. I used to rely heavily on other people to keep me happy. I never did anything to make me happy. I would just be like, oh well, we're my friends. You should be the ones making me happy. And I got sick of that, so I tied my own happiness to my own success, my own hopes, my own dreams, everything that I ever wanted to succeed. That was what I aimed towards, and now I'm happy, so it's really quite easy. But people let others put labels on them, so if they have a certain kind of hair, they dress a certain way. Oh, you're an emo, you're not allowed to be happy. And the person who they're doing it to just accepts it. Like, they don't do anything to change that. And they let other people put expectations on them, like, you're in this year, you have to achieve this. And it's stupid because that just puts so much pressure on people. But you have to make your own expectations of yourself. The only way I can explain this is what's it called? An analogy? I don't know. Is to say that I put expectations on myself, and I always achieve them, which is amazing. But the best way to put it is that my expectations float just above my head. They're close enough for me to reach, only if I stand right up on my tippy toes and stretch and reach for them. If I do not try and aim high where those expectations float, I will never grab them. Do not let people move your expectations. Do not let them blow a gush of negativity onto your expectations and send them far out of reach so you can never achieve them. Don't let people drop a ton of bricks on those expectations so they sit at your feet and they just wait until they can float above your head again. Don't let other people set the bar for yourself, and take it one step at a time, because the best things in life are not planned down packed every last second. They're accidental meetings in shops, your brother being born on your birthday, your little sister making you a card. Whatever they are, they're yours, and no one can take them away from you. That's the thing about happiness, though. People think that others can take away your happiness, but they can't. They can try. They can take everything other than your happiness. People blame school on depression, and yeah, I get it. School is a stressful place to be in, but it's not worth killing yourself over. People can call you every name in the book and be really harsh, but it's not worth hating yourself over. People need to learn that throughout your life, people are going to hate you, push you down, make you feel worthless, pick on you and ruin things. But no matter what you do with your life, there will always be someone who wants to make you feel worthless. So when you tell me you want to move schools because you can't take it anymore, I'm going to laugh at you. Because no matter what school you go to, people are going to try and make you feel worthless. It's never going to change. And it's life, and as harsh as that sounds, that's how it is. People are always going to make you feel worthless. But the trick to that is that you never let people push you down. You never give up and let someone knock you down just to kick you in the stomach and spit on you all over again. You never let someone walk all over you and tell that you are not good enough. You never let people decide what you can and cannot do with your life, and you never let someone take that life away from you. The thing you've worked so hard on, and the thing every single human deserves. But you just go and give it away to some unknown world because someone told you that you're not good enough? Is that really what it has to come to? And after all this, after all the solutions and ways to keep yourself happy, ways to fix your life and make it better, people still don't. They sit and mope around and complain about how bad everything is and don't do anything to change it. People who are depressed just be depressed. They don't change it, they don't surround themselves with happy thoughts or people. They just accept it like, oh my god, this is how it's supposed to be, FML. Like, people need to understand how easy it is to fix things. People need to learn that your life is your life and your problems are your problems, and no one is going to fix or change those things for you. Grab the good things, get rid of the bad, and do things for yourself. Depression, hating yourself, and suicide are not the way to live your life. And until you accept that it is your own responsibility to make you happy, you will never be happy.